All right, guys, so, sorry. Too much excitement. We are here at Steve's shop, Ultimate Coatings and PPF, and Steve's actually a buddy of mine from the track, of course, and we met, I don't know, like how long ago now?
It's probably over a year ago.
A year ago?
Well, first time I came up to you and talked to you, because I don't think you knew who I was. I was driving a car, you were riding a motorcycle.
Yeah. So what's really fun is, you know, we're members at the same racetrack, and on the same days you'll see both cars and bikes, and so Steve just came by and talked because he has this really tricked out S2000, which we'll show you guys in a little bit, and we were just chatting, and then he ended up getting an Ovale. Yep. And so every now and then he'll come out and ride with us as well. And I learned that Steve's business and what he owns is a coating company, primarily for cars.
Mostly cars. Obviously some boats too.
And boats. Check the boat. I was like, did not expect this. I thought we'd be seeing a lot of cars.
Crazy, super fast fishing boat that a friend of mine built.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's a thing apparently.
Yeah. Tournaments.
Yeah. And so the goal today was basically just to bring the RC here, because as you guys know, we did the whole carbon thing, and but the thing is that with carbon you have to protect it.
Yes.
Right.
We don't have a whole lot of UV resistance in the way that standard carbons are made. They're made like boats, honestly. So they're made with gel coat resins, which are very, very low in UV resistance, and so you'll see them turn yellow over time.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is start by removing the decals, even though sadly you went through all this process of getting the decals done once. Remove the decals, polish the carbon fiber, apply Clear Bra, which is a paint protection film, or in this case it's carbon fiber protection film, and then a ceramic coating over the top. So we'll add some impact and scratch protection.
Nice.
And we'll add extreme ease of cleaning and extreme stain resistance and UV resistance with the ceramic coating as well. So bike's going to be super easy to clean up.
You can start to see now, like even up here, you can see like where the sun hits it the most, it's starting to lighten a little bit. And then this is the OEM carbon fender, and I think you can see there's like it's a little bit darker, and it has a better protective film.
A lot of times when OEM manufacturers are making carbon fiber parts, they already know these things. Like you'll see it on BMW and some of the high-end cars where they do a roof or a spoiler, and they usually put automotive clear coat on it. Automotive clear coat helps a bunch with the UV resistance, because cars don't really fade now. It's because of the clear coat.
But the bikes do.
We get something similar with adding the ceramic coating protection on top of it.
And even like here, the exhaust tip is starting to yellow quite a bit, you know.
And heat will definitely impact that.
It's a year's use. Has definitely yellowed it. So.
Bike's so pretty though.
Yeah, thank you. No, I'm excited. And you can see like a little bit of chipping here and there, just because we take it on and off all the time.
Well, that'll help a bunch when you are removing and putting panels back and forth on and off the bike, because having the Clear Bra on it will keep it from chipping things. And we'll protect it from chips. Unfortunately, I can't quite protect it from like if we tuck the front end or anything bad like that.
So the person that's filming is my friend Kai. Hi, Kai.
Hey, Kai.
And he just got here like at midnight last night, and he's not yet heard the bike. So do you want to hear it, Kai? Yeah.
This is good stuff here.
He's never heard the bike.
It makes some beautiful noises.
Yeah. It's crazy, right? Yeah, for a twin, it's just like, I didn't really know what to expect. Because we bought the bikes like on the internet.
Right.
And so like, you can't see it in person, there's no reviews, you kind of just like go on faith, right? And so we were all like, what's it gonna sound like, because it's a twin? And quite frankly, I haven't had a twin since like an SV650. And it's just
very different sound.
You know, and they turn it on, there's like 25 of these, when they turn them on, it's like, holy shit. It was just, it was just insane.
All in one shot.
Yeah, it was just insane. And then we were going down the straight at Jerez, and it's just like packs of like 10 of them at a time. It's just like, all the way down. It was just so awesome, So can we show some of your cars?
Yeah,
let's do it.
Some stuff.
Let's take a look at some of his toys, guys.
Well, customer toys, the boat.
What type of boat is this?
So I don't know. Really the guy that designed these, I've known him for years. He started out, he took an old racing hull because he wanted to go faster in fishing tournaments in saltwater. Yeah, so it was like a cat style racing hull. So it's not a traditional V hull, it's two sponsons and open down the center to force air, creates better lift. I get all into his technical side of this stuff because like I've said, I've known him for a long time. He built the top section of the boat to be more of a fishing boat, where the bottom section is more race boat.
Whoa.
So it's set up for speed, but yet can fish tournaments well.
So is that all custom? Like
so he builds all of this. He has his fiberglass shop where he makes the molds and builds the boats, and then he has an aluminum shop where he custom makes different platforms. Like he's got one at his shop that has like a 9-foot tall platform where they chase redfish, and so they're up on a platform where they can see the redfish better down in the water and run trolling motors and get in casting range and fish to them. So
that's crazy. So the competitions, you have to get to the spot quickly.
A lot of it now they have to launch at one specific location.
Yeah.
And then it's basically kind of a race to who gets to some of the best areas sometimes. So having a fast boat is beneficial in that. Also having, like, these boats have extremely long range because of the hull design. They're really efficient, so they can run long distances too, which is, it's just, high level tournament fishing has gotten extremely competitive. People are talking about $20,000 to $50,000 payouts for winning a tournament. It's gotten extremely competitive. People go to great lengths to figure out how to win these tournaments legally. So here you have extremely fast.
What's the motor on this thing?
So it's a Mercury Racing 300.
Yeah.
He will put on this hull, he'll put up to a 450 horsepower Mercury Racing motor on it, and they fly. Like, I think the fastest boat that he's built right now is somewhere around 107 miles per hour, which is
on a boat?
Insanely scary.
Holy
on a fairly
shit,
small
that's terrifying.
Boat. This one's probably, I would guess, mid to upper 60s, maybe low 70s with that motor on it. It's not a massive motor for this boat.
That's got to be exhilarating on the water, and you're just flying on the water.
Like, you get in boats, there's so much that's just not fully in your control because
it's water.
Yeah,
it's the ocean. Water. It's the ocean.
It does things.
It does the things that it wants to do. Yeah. That's incredible.
Let's see. Move from the boat to my Track S2000.
I just love that there's like so many things to be into. It's like, what crazy sport do you want to do? Boating, cars, bikes. You know, there's something for everyone. It's awesome.
So this is the car that I had at the track the day that I met Viet. I'm out at the track in this little Honda S2000 that's just a naturally aspirated build, but really really well set up for track use.
Is it like AP1, AP2?
This is AP1, so it's an 01 car.
Okay.
We built a motor for it. It definitely makes more power than a stock S2000.
Yeah.
But like not turbocharged kind of power. Crazy like that. It's 240 horsepower to the wheels.
Yeah.
So
but it's pretty light.
It is pretty light. They're about 2,900 pounds ish stock, so it's a little lighter than that.
Cool.
You know, racing seats, interior. I don't know how much.
Can we see it? Yeah. Can we see like under the hood and everything?
Well, let's do that. You can just swing it up slowly. There's no latch.
Is this carbon?
No, they were aluminum hoods, factory.
Oh, and they're so light.
So you don't see much. When you take the air boxes out of them, there's a huge amount of space in the front. There's
so this is a very practical build.
Racing radiator, overflow catch can system for oil, and then overflow for the radiator.
It's a beefy radiator.
There's no and significant fans on it. No emission controls left on this car. I probably shouldn't say that out loud because every once in a while it does drive on the street.
It's a track car.
There's an oil cooler tucked up in that front corner. You can see the two lines coming off there.
Yeah. Oil cooler there.
Built motor.
So that's aftermarket?
That's all aftermarket.
That's beefy.
This is aftermarket. The intake is slightly larger. The intake
That's a huge
cold air intake was built by the shop in Houston that works on my cars for me.
That thing is
It goes from 3.5 down here. It tapers to 4, and if you look real close, it wraps the radiator and the filters in the center of the front grille. Sorry, it's
this thing
cramped
is
in here.
freaking beefy intake. Jeez,
it's hilarious. When we first built this motor, it's like a year and a half ago, when we put it on the dyno, and we only had a little short intake up here that was 3.5.
Yeah, you had a little close there.
It would die out below full RPM, so they built me a bigger intake with a bigger nozzle on it and a little velocity stack to help increase the airflow, and that got it to full RPM, got us like another 7 or 8 horsepower out of this car.
Can you hear the intake?
This car this car sounds different than any other S2000 you'll hear. Just the motor build itself, it's high compression. It's 12.5 to 1 instead of being 10.5 to 1, which stock S2000s were.
Yeah.
Next time we're at the track, you'll have to walk and stand outside, and you'll hear me.
Yeah.
It's a different sound.
We'll do that. Yeah. You should take me on. Do you have a second seat? I'd love to get a ride.
Second seats with harness here. Let me open the door on this.
What is this guy? Sorry. What is this guy here? Last question.
So this company actually makes a little brace. It's always been kind of talked about how the firewall was a little bit weak, so heavy braking pressure would flex the firewall. So this is really just a support for the master cylinder to a strong point in there.
I just like the machining. That looks cool. Cool machining. It looks trick.
It's Olin's coilovers on it, which like Willwood brakes. It's set up extremely well for tracking.
Nice.
So I'll pop this open. You kind of get a quick view inside. It's nothing insane. You know what that little thing is in the middle because you have something very similar.
Oh, we have the same dash.
Yeah, so that's AIM MXM. So I've got
this guy. It's like the same type of dash that we have on the bikes as well.
Other than that, it's fairly simple with a AFR and a oil pressure gauge there.
Yeah, yeah. So
pedals are slightly modified just to make it a little easier to heel and tow. And then the Sparco racing seats and harness system so that we don't go anywhere when we're driving.
Can we hear it?
You want to hear it? Ooh, yeah.
Do you hear keys?
Yeah, actually.
I literally just like sprung all of this on him. This was kind of spontaneous.
So it's quiet.
Yeah, it's like a sleeper almost.
You don't know much about this car until it gets above 5,000 RPM. So Honda had their variable valve timing VTEC in these cars and a lot of cars in that era.
Yeah.
And this thing really doesn't make much noise until above 5,000, but it doesn't sound like much. Until it gets a little higher.
That's cool, that's cool. Wait, that sounds nice when it gets higher. That's really cool. Yeah.
And that was to like 6,000 RPMs. The motor revs to just shy of 9.
That's pretty cool.
So it's fun.
Cool. Yeah. Tell us about your project car.
So this is going to be a fun one if I can ever get to it. Don't look at the back window too much because one of my employees thinks it's cute to draw on the back window.
I'm going to blur.
We're going to have to blur that out. It's a 1971 240Z.
Okay.
So still got a lot of original parts, but I think it was. Guy had it, he had bought it, and he was going to try to work on it, and he never got there. And so now I've got it, and I'm trying to get there.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on a brake kit, honestly. The Stop Tech brakes have been on back order for a very long time. So once I get here, I'll actually start on it. I'm hoping to start on it late this year. And this one will be sort of trackable, but more street car. We'll have some track suspension parts and stuff like that on it, and nice motor.
I'm excited to see the progress on this.
This one will be really beautiful. It'll be really pretty.
Then we have the same ovale.
The only thing I'm missing is I think I didn't do the fully adjustable forks because I figured I'm too slow for that.
Yeah.
Probably not the wisest decision.
I think
it's always
fine.
upgrade it later.
I think it's fine.
And I think I didn't do the slipper clutch.
Yeah, the slipper clutch is nice.
Slipper clutch
is nice.
I'm just so old school that it was like
blipping,
blip throttle.
I'm so lazy. So so like when the first like auto blippers became available for production bikes, I was like, this is me like 10, 12 years ago, and I was like, oh, you got to learn how to blip. That's a core essential skill of a motorcyclist. Like, like all this newfangled technology. And then I got on my first bike with an auto blipper. It was a Aprilia 210 factory. I was like, holy shit, that's nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just that. And
I'm so lazy now.
That in quick shift, so you can just full throttle.
Yeah,
basically you're
throttle,
like, because
cut throttle, boom, boom.
Yeah, and
I'm too lazy now.
It's definitely a lot more work to ride one old school, but that was kind of this was my get back into riding thing. I hadn't had a motorcycle.
This is a really hard bike to get back into riding on, FYI.
So I told you what I sold.
It's pretty brutal.
In 09, I sold the last bike that I had was a 2002 R1. So this is a slight change from a 2000.
This is the R1 of mini tracks.
This is a mini.
This is literally the R1 of mini tracks. Like this is a super bike.
This is the super bike of minis.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. I practice as much on this.
This one's fun.
It's a blast, and I love coming out to speed sports and riding with you.
Do you want to show us some of your other stuff?
Yeah, we can go look at the shop.
So he's actually got 2 bays for his shop. This is just one of them.
This is the messy one. I say that.
Yeah.
They're both
nice though,
They're both a little messy right now.
I literally brought him here to film.
The decal removal side is not anything all that challenging. The polishing side, we do it every day of the week.
So you polish the carbon.
I just want to polish it.
Does that not take off the current coating on it?
Not that hard. We're gonna polish it to a degree just to get the gloss and everything there as best that we can.
Gotcha.
I'll walk you guys in.
Okay, thank you.
Good. This one,
check this out, guys.
1986 Chevy truck. A friend of mine referred this customer. He had painted the truck, and the color was great, but the texture and the clarity of the paint was not fantastic. So we did a full wet sand process on this, which reduced the texture a bunch, but also brought up the clarity tremendously. And then it's multiple stages of compounding and polishing to get it to look like that. So
it's a beautiful color.
Looks totally different than when it showed up. And then this one, 2009 Corvette Z06. Obviously, we're in the middle of things on this one. This one came to us for ceramic tint, so we did the eyebrow tint, side windows, and the back window on this one. And then a full paint correction process, which was compound and polish out to get the paint back to, it is a 2009 car.
Yeah.
And we put clear bra on the front bumper and clear bra on the 2 mirrors for it.
What do you think about the new Corvette?
I like it. We worked on a bunch of them. We probably worked on 30 or so by now.
Yeah.
You hear the other friend upstairs. The little dog is upstairs. He's in a kennel up there.
There's 2 doggos here.
Yeah. It's Sasha, stay.
This is Sasha over here, guys.
Sasha, you be sweet.
She has been marketing.
Oh, hi, Sasha. You can sit with me.
She's a beautiful Doberman.
She's crazy.
I met her when she was a puppy.
Hi.
Now she's a very full-grown. Is she full-grown yet?
She's 17 months. Let her smell you. See, it's Viet.
Oh,
he pet. All right, you go back to your room.
Beautiful dog. Oh my gosh.
She thinks she owns the place.
She definitely owns the place.
So we have to remind her every once in a while that she doesn't own the place.
No eye contact.
Anything else?
The S2000.
You want to see the other one?
One more S2000.
One more S2000.
You know, like honestly, when I was younger, that was like the dream car.
Really?
Yeah. My best friend's parents, they bought a Laguna Blue AP2 S2000, and that was the first manual car I ever drove in my life. So like his mom just hey, do you want to learn how to drive manual? I'm like, hell yeah. I was like 14, 15 years old, and she just took us around and she let us drive.
To drive in. So fun cars.
Always a good, a strong impression.
You'd be amazed how great of a track car they make, just almost straight out of the box.
Yeah,
and that's kind of what got me into that car in the first place.
Yeah, yeah.
This one has gone through some crazy extensive process. It started life as Suzuka Blue, which is the lighter of the blues.
Oh.
If I'll grab the key and pop the hood for you. And I bought it really just to borrow some parts for the motor build for the other car.
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago. And it sat there after we took the parts off of it for so long, and I kept looking at it thinking, this isn't that bad.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do something else.
Yeah.
So I bought an APR wide body kit for it, which is what's on here.
Freaking cool.
Which is like massive fenders front and back. Voltex wing on the back for kind of the biggest street wing I could find to make it just stand out.
Huge wing.
Painted the whole car black, sanded it, polished it, and then put full car clear on it, which is essentially kind of the process we're going to do on the bike.
Yeah.
It's got a carbon fiber hood, carbon fiber roof, and then we built a motor for it. So we built, this is an AP2 car, it's an 04.
Okay.
We built, the bottom end is stock, believe it or not. There were forged internals and sleeve cylinders from the factory, so you could actually build pretty significant power.
That's awesome.
So we just added a little Garrett turbo, a little twin scroll Garrett turbo to it. That's, I'll have to grab the key and we can pop it.
Does this one look cool under the hood?
Yes, actually, give me a second, I'll go grab the key and open the door and get it. Hang on one second. Interior is one of those, it's still fairly stock inside. Yeah. Except it does have
it is stock.
It has an AEM dash on this one.
Blue, oh, that's beautiful.
The Suzuka cars, the pale blue cars, all had a full blue interior.
The blue interior is really nice.
Kind of cool. So I'm trying to figure out how much of that I can keep.
All of it?
I like it. I want a different seat.
This reminds me of my Z3 M Coupe I had up to
Z3? Oh yeah?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's like one of 4 that was ever made.
Whoa. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I haven't done much in the interior. We put an AEM dash on this one so we could have gauges in one place instead of having the little gauge pods.
Cool. And let's take a look
what this looks like.
Hood.
This is where all the fun happens.
Yep.
So, again, it's
ooh, this looks much more.
We made use of all that space that's in the front of an S2000. So it's Garrett GTX 3076R. So it's twin scroll, it's two stack turbos. So very little lag. Custom exhaust manifolds and turbo manifolds from a company called Schmuck Built. He also makes that cool cross brace that's down there.
Oh, cool.
Guy has an absolutely amazing S2000.
Yeah.
Same radiator and fans as the other car. A lot of the other stuff, the catch can system and all of that is very similar.
Intake is similar, but it has this here.
Yeah, so you get the secondary blow-offs there.
So you can hear it more. The blow-off.
This one, you hear, because the little turbo intake is so short, you hear all turbo noise, but not unless it's under load. It's funny saying you can rev it when it's sitting still. You almost don't hear the turbo at all. As soon as it's on the road and it's under load, it makes all sorts of noise.
Right. That's cool.
But other than that, I mean, it's still on stock brakes. We've done a few other little things like relocating the battery. We've still got some work to clean up the engine bay on this one.
Right.
But it will get there. It's getting there.
So this is for, do you track this one ever? Or is it purely for
I really would love to at
events?
some point.
Yeah.
So much power. It's almost 3 times the power of the stock car.
No way.
Yeah.
How much, so like 600-ish?
560.
560? That's a lot for this chassis.
That is a ton of power.
Do you have to update like so that's why you have to have the braces.
Yeah, so it helps it a little bit. I mean, honestly, the chassis was fairly stiff. The S2000 chassis was pretty rigid.
Yeah.
So I haven't done anything really to the brakes yet on this car, which I will eventually do. We did suspension just so that it would drive well.
Yeah.
So it's on Olin suspension as well, which is kind of fond of the brand.
Yeah.
They make great stuff.
Yep. I noticed the rims. I really like them.
Deep.
They're actually
Old school, inky, RPF1.
Yeah, they just look classic.
This is the funniest thing. Like, it's definitely a wheel that I like a lot.
Yeah.
But it's not the ultimate end choice for this car.
Yeah.
Plans are eventually to go to a Rays Racing, Volk Racing TE37, which is a big kind of monoblock 6-spoke wheel.
Oh yeah.
It's funny because we couldn't get really specific information about the fitment, wheel size, and wheel offset that we were going to need with this body kit to run the tires we wanted. It has 275 tires all the way around on this car. So the biggest you can get on a stock body with a little rolling is like 255, so this is way bigger. This is a lot of tire.
Yeah.
So
That's dope.
lots of fun in this car.
Yeah.
So far it's just street driven. It goes to car shows, kind of show off what the shop does.
Yeah.
Eventually it'll probably make at least some, calm laps at the racetrack.
I have not entered the world of like show vehicles yet, but I can see the appeal of it.
Oh, yeah.
It seems really fun. Yeah.
We did a show that was at the NRG Center 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Called Tuner Evo. It's a traveling show.
Oh, cool.
It was kind of fun. And actually the car got some attention for me, it's very unfinished. Like there's a lot of things left that I want to do to kind of make it the show car and look the way that I want it to. But it got quite a bit of attention. It was actually kind of fun.
But is the vehicle ever finished?
This is true. Probably not.
It's endless.
Never.
Right. Endless. Yeah.
Never.
Even I bought a fully built race bike and I still want to do stuff to it. It's just there's an impulse that you can't stop.
That's the fun of it. Customization is so much fun. Like the little things that make it yours and add the touches that you want to it. It's the best part of cars or motorcycles, any of the stuff we do.
Exactly. I think that's it for today. Yeah, perfect. I hope you guys had fun. This was different. This was different, but
man, I'm
really
glad you finally made it down.
Yes.
We've been talking about this for a while.
Yes, absolutely.
So it's good.
Yeah. So this is part 1. Part 2, we'll come back and get it a couple of days later, whenever, and then we'll take it back to Dirk, get the decal slapped on it, and then it'll be ready to race for the final round of the CMRA. So really excited.
He's got to look good to win this last race.
Yes, you got to look good. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Steve. Really appreciate it. All right.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
And
Alrighty.
peace.
I'll shut this thing.